Hey guys, how y'all doing today? Oh, sorry about that. So let's get into it. Um, I recently had a child that graduated from high school, and last June, and this can be an exciting time. It can be an exciting time for the parent. It can be a sad time for the parent if you're one of those parents that have a difficult time letting your, you know, letting your children go. Um, Definitely an exciting time for um, the child or the young man or young lady because they're at a point in their life where they're ready to go off. They already think they're grown and they have it all figured out and things of that nature. So it could be a very emotional time, very a time full of different arrays of emotion, right? But what happens when the plan that you had for your child's life is not their plan? You know, it's kind of a similar situation that happened to me and my son. Uh, we had planned for him to go to trade school. That we had discussed him going to 4 year school, 4 year college, or something like that. Um, and he was kind of muddling over some things in his mind, and he never really came to a decision. But because we had discussed some things, I kind of figured that it was more. We had more conversation about him, maybe going into this trade thing. My son is not with me. My son is from a previous relationship, and so he lives in Philadelphia, right? So after having these conversations with him, hours and hours and hours of conversations with him, I kept asking him. I was like, "So, have you applied for school yet?" "Oh no, Dad, not yet, but I will." Okay. Well, the fall's coming up. Don't you think you need to kind of jump into action? Get the ball rolling. Whatever the case may be. Dad, I got it under control. Again, I'm here in South Carolina. My son is in Philadelphia. I tried to stay in contact with his mom, things of that nature, and it was just back and forth, and for a while we didn't speak about it. Not because there was an issue or anything, but just me working and stuff like that. So I called him one day and I said, "Son, have you decided on what you were going to do?" He said, "Dad, I think that right now I want to work." Hmm. You want to work as opposed to taking a few years and going to get in a trade and this, that, and the third? Yes, Dad. So I was upset because we had this plan, had figured everything out what we were going to do, and my son decides to switch up on me. He decided to change the rules of the game in the middle of the game. But I think sometimes as parents, it's important that we understand. Although I know we have our children's best interests at heart, I think we have to also keep in mind too that if we've been there and if we've been involved in our children's lives, at some point in time, we have to get to a point where we can trust their judgment. When you teach them, we train them, we try to keep them in church or whatever it is that um, whatever you believe in, whatever. We try to we spend tons and tons and tons of hours preparing our children for this time, and sometimes they may have a little different plan than ours. But as I explain to my children, my young men, my young women that I have, because I'm old and my children are just about all grown up, um, that, as long as you're on the right track, I'm going to do whatever I can to help you. As long as you're not out here causing issues, as long as you're not out here stealing and robbing and, selling drugs or whatever the case may be, I'm going to have your back. And I think that sometimes we have to trust their process. Sometimes we have to allow them to go their own path. Sometimes we have to let go and see how things work out for them. And because the best teacher is experience, the best teacher is life. And, I'm thankful for my relationship with all of my children. I have 5 children. I have 1 son and 4 girls. So y'all pray for me, okay? But yeah. So it's just been a process for me. It's been a process for him, adapting to the world and, hey, you're a man now, so called. So you got to, provide for yourself and take care of yourself and your family and stuff like that. But, as parents, I think that where we fail a lot of times is that we don't plan for our children to leave mentally. It's hard to let them go. It's hard to let them fall sometimes. It's hard to, it can be difficult. It can be difficult to watch them go through the pains, the growing pains and stuff like that, because we've been there. We've been through the trials. We know that we've been down that road. We know that life is not a straight path. We know that, hey, if you go down that road, 5 miles down that road, there's a dog in that gate. You don't want to go down that road. That you don't want to go there. But of course, they're going to think, well, you know what? That dog was there. What? How old are you? Oh man, that dog's dead now. Things have changed. Things are different. They go down the road. You see them hauling it back. Did you know there was a big dog in that gate? Really? Oh, So, we have to allow them to go through these things. We have to allow them to grow. And sometimes it's a little uncomfortable, but it's all to make them better people in life. So parents, let go mentally sometimes. And like I said, we have to come to the realization that sometimes our plans for them are not their plans. Right now he's in the process of finding a job. He is keeping himself out of trouble. He had a job, and I think he's trying to get another one. So we stay in constant communication. And like I said, I know a lot of people will get on to their channels and stuff like that and, pretend and profess that they have this perfect life and they have it all figured out. But I don't think that, life is about having it all figured out. This is not a Cosby sitcom. It's not a Family Matters sitcom. We're going to have trials. We're going to have tribulations. And part of why I am doing what I'm doing is just to share. And that way, hey, maybe I could get feedback from you. Maybe there's something that you can say to me that will help me in my process. You know what I mean? So we're all learning. This is all new to me. He's my oldest child. He's, done with school. He's decided he doesn't want to go to college, but he does have a plan. And like I said, my plan was not his plan. So sometimes we have to be okay with that, But I just wanted to take a few minutes to share that with you, for all you parents that are out here and have children that are moving on to the next phase of their lives. And maybe your kid doesn't have it all together, but always know that you've done the best that you could as a parent. You've taught them. So just hope and pray that the Most High will guide them, protect them. Always make sure that you're in a position to at least give some guidance, when they come with questions and stuff like that. I think that's what it's all about, because every man, every woman, everyone has to make their own way in life, So I think that, this was a topic that I wanted to share with you guys, just kind of bounce some ideas off of you, see what you thought. So, you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, positive, negative, it is what it is. I do respond. This is a learning channel for me, as it is, you guys tuning into me and, trying to get information from me and stuff like that. We can learn from each other. Like I said, I don't have it all figured out, but that's part of the reason why, as I stated earlier, why I'm here, so that we can all learn from each other. It's a great community-based channel, my channel. And so we'll leave it at that. And remember, guys, to live up. You are bigger than your situation. There's nothing that's ever going to come for you that you cannot beat. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. Sometimes you're not going to always have someone around to where you can say, hey, I need encouragement. I need this. I need that. You have to have it in here. You have it. You can do it. The Lord will never put more on you than you can bear. So always keep those things in mind. Stay encouraged. Remember to live up. and we'll talk with y'all another time. Take care. Peace.